The Worcester County Health Department, in partnership with the Worcester County's Healthiest Maryland businesses, presents monthly nutrition tips and fitness fit videos. These videos will feature simple and fun activities and recipes you can try at home. Our goal is to promote healthy eating and regular physical activity, which can reduce the risk for chronic health problems such as type 2 diabetes and heart disease. We hope you enjoyed this episode and remember to eat healthy, be active, and prevent diabetes today.
Hi, I'm Kathy, the dietitian here at the Worcester County Health Department. And today my special guest is...
I'm Amanda Buckley, also a dietitian and nutrition services coordinator at Atlantic General Hospital.
And our version of nutrition tips and exercise bits today is we're going to make a 5-ingredient granola bar. Now, how easy can that be?
It's delicious too.
And Amanda, I asked her for some suggestions on what we might make today, so she submitted this recipe to me. So we'll get a lot of help from her as we move forward with this.
So we have two. What's the next one?
All right, the next one is adding the nuts in.
Okay.
Now those leave a lot of variation as well. She put in the nuts that you like. So I actually have a combination of almonds, and these are unsalted almonds. I made sure they didn't have the salt in them. That way, if people that are hypertensive or looking to just monitor their salt, they don't have to add that to it as well. And then walnuts are the other one, and I chopped them not as fine as everything else, but at least so that they would have a little bit of crunch and chunkiness in here. And then we're just going to mix this together.
And if you had a kid with a food allergy that was allergic to nuts, you could just probably leave those out, huh?
You probably could. You know, you have to, I think with all the allergies today, we always say to people, if we're making something that doesn't fit in with those kinds of restrictions, you'll have to figure out what you can alternate it with, because you certainly wouldn't want to do a lot of this granola bar if you had nut allergies, because one of our next ingredients is going to be peanut butter. So, all right, so we have all our dry ingredients together, ready to go. That's 3 out of the 5.
Okay, 3 down. Now, how do we get it to all stay together to form a bar?
So we're going to add in some peanut butter and some honey. So I actually bought a natural peanut butter, and for people to look at, sometimes when you buy this, you can see that the oil has separated out of the peanut butter. Some people like to pour that off because it lowers the fat content of the peanut butter. Some people like to stir it right in. Now, once you throw it away and don't stir it in, your peanut butter gets kind of hard. So we're going to mix it right in because we're not going to be using that much. And since peanut butter is a good source of protein, a good source of monounsaturated oils and fats, it's not something that we're going to limit at this point. So I'm going to stir this up, and then we'll get ready to add it to the dry ingredients. So I've mixed all this together now. We're going to portion out here a 1/2 cup of the nice peanut butter. And what we'll be doing, and maybe while I'm doing this, Amanda, is I also need a 1/2 cup of honey. Now, if you're a vegan or trying to stay away from some of those kinds of food, you could always switch your sweetener with agave or something different than the honey if you want. But we're going to just put this in a little saucepan, both of these ingredients, and we're going to warm them up just a little bit. I think by warming them, what that's going to do is kind of give them a chance to be able to blend together, so that the taste will be throughout the granola bar, not just on the top. So I have the peanut butter in, and if you'll...
Getting there.
Yep, the honey is another one. They're all difficult to move in and out of their containers.
Alright, perfect. If you put olive oil on the inside of the cup first, sometimes that helps. I always forget to do that before
I do too.
until I'm already done.
Sometimes I just spray it with the pan, that way it slides right out, so.
Alright.
So this is our 5th ingredient. We managed this pretty quickly, didn't we not?
That was easy, yeah, that was pretty easy.
I'm going to put this on the stove and just heat it up just till it's warm. We'll stir it while it's going, because it shouldn't take too long. All right, so I'm going to transfer this to a larger bowl, just so that it's easier for mixing, now that we have most of the ingredients in here. And you can see that this is mixed all together, chopped finely. And you can chop things whatever texture you want, but it's depending on your personal preference, what you do in terms of even some of the fruits and nuts, as well as how big you want them.
I bet you could even add like chocolate chips or something like that too, if you want it to be
nice
sweeter.
treat. So we've heated up the peanut butter with the honey, and it's now more of a liquefied thing. I'm going to just transfer it in here. Yeah, it does look good already. And
It smells
easy.
so good too.
And there's so many granola bars out there now. I think for the average person, if they could do it at home, they can control. They're expensive.
They're really expensive.
And lots of added sugar that maybe you don't need, and not all the ingredients that you might want. So I'm thinking for a lot of people, doing it at home might be the way to go.
Quick
because-
and easy snack or something.
And you control what goes in it. So if you have kids or you're doing it for even a post-gym workout, you really have an easy way to fix them yourselves.
Really flexible.
So we're gonna just mix this together, and you're gonna have to work this in because the peanut butter is in there in some clumps, so just keep mixing until you've got this all stirred
And
in.
making them gives you a nice workout.
Yeah. Well, and while we're talking about mixing it, what I'm gonna do at the end, which you can grab it, is we're gonna put them in that 8x8 pan. So if you make a bigger recipe, you may have to go to a bigger pan, but I did line it with parchment paper, and the idea behind parchment paper is it keeps it from sticking. It's much easier to get them out.
Without any added extra oil or anything like that.
Right. All right, so we're gonna put this in the pan, and just, what you do is you're just gonna pour it in here and then pat it down. So we wanna really create like a granola bar look to this. And I might have a little more in here since I made a little more of the recipe than the pan size. So we don't wanna make them too thick. You know, each of these bars, if you cut this into equal portions in here, will have about 217 calories, which isn't bad.
That's a great
It's
snack.
got 4 grams of fiber and it's got 6 grams of protein in it.
Oh my gosh.
So it is a really nutrient-dense dessert to have or snack around the house. So we're gonna just press these down till they're hard, press down there and hard, just to keep it as a bar. And then the last step is just to put them in your refrigerator for, maybe 10 minutes or so. And then they'll come out so that they're easier to cut.
They get a little harder.
A little harder. So you probably could cut them now. We're gonna put them in the refrigerator for a few minutes and then take them out and slice them up. And then we get the best part, we get to taste it.
I can't wait.
So it's a nice looking granola bar. And you can imagine if you put the cranberries in there or cherries, you'd have the red color.
Yeah,
and the
absolutely.
chocolate chips on the top would certainly be a feature.
Drizzle some chocolate over maybe.
There we go, it's starting to sound better and
I
better.
know.
So let's
They look pretty good just like
They do.
this though.
They smell good too.
They smell
So let's put this in the refrigerator and see how it goes. So we're ready to taste these, Amanda. Let's see how they are. They're really good.
They're really good.
Chewy, but crunchy. They're very good.
Very delicious.
I think they're a great recipe. And only 5 ingredients, easy to make.
And very flexible. You can do a whole bunch of different stuff with it with this base.
Yeah.
And affordable.
And affordable. Everything is easy to find in the grocery store. So remember, eat healthy, be active, and prevent diabetes today.
For more information, call the Prevention Office at 410-632-0056, or you can visit our website at worcesterhealth.org.